What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so last night there was this report that sent shockwaves throughout social media, especially the sports world, sports realm, that supposedly four teams have come out and shown interest when it comes to the LeBron James, right? And I'm one of the people who believe that whole story is cap. Okay. And I really don't believe that any team in their right mind would have any interest in a 40-year-old basketball player, especially if they're trying to win. Okay. Not any real interest. I think this is really just posturing. So, as if on cue, to counter people like myself who don't believe in these fake reports, Rich Paul has come out and said that not only are these reports true, or the report true that there are four teams, he named the four teams that supposedly are interested in LeBron James. And he named these four teams as the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Dallas Mavericks, the Golden State Warriors, and the Los Angeles Clippers, right? These are the four teams that he claims have contacted him recently, okay? These are my thoughts on this. All of those teams that they have named, right? Especially Cleveland and Golden State, in my opinion. Well, I guess the Clippers too. All of those teams would have to give up a lot of their talent and assets to acquire LeBron James. And to me, just from a competitive standpoint, I don't understand at all why the Cavaliers would make a trade for LeBron at this point. It still doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever that these teams would have an interest in LeBron James. The Cavaliers, as I said before, they just come off a 64-win season. Now, it is disappointing that they lost in the second round to the Pacers, right? But as we know, although that was a very deep team, the Pacers are now they're going to be without, I should say, Tyrese Halliburton for all, if not most, of next season. And they just lost, Miles Turner. They just lost Miles Turner to the Milwaukee Bucks. So they're a weakened team. The Boston Celtics, they've been totally discombobulated. You know what I'm saying? They lost so many pieces, so many part of the former championship team from a couple of years ago. And their best player, okay, is also going to be out for most of the year with an Achilles rupture, right? Jason Tatum. The Bucks, they've lost Dame Lillard. Now, I think the Bucks are going to be better than people think they are, but that's another team that has now parted ways with one of their future Hall of Famers. So if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, why on earth? Donovan Mitchell just signed an extension, I think, just got married or engaged or some shit. This could be a watershed year for the Cavs. Why fuck it up trying to acquire this drama queen for the third time? If you're the Clippers, you've already built your team, and I think I did a video about this, to be an updated variation of Lob City, right? Why would you make it why would you get rid of the team that you've already assembled to acquire a guy for a couple of years. Now I get it, the window of opportunity for the Clippers is kind of small anyway, because the team is going to be trying to focus away from Kawhi and some of the other pieces, but it doesn't make any sense. With the Warriors, what's the point of acquiring Jimmy Butler? Because if you're going to get LeBron, you're probably going to lose Jimmy Butler, and that's just going to make your team older. You're not going to be competitive. Not with this LeBron. The Mavericks is the only one that kind of makes sense. It depends on how they split their assets up. But to me, what I think this really is that's not a list of teams that have shown interest to LeBron. I think there's a list of teams that LeBron would like to get traded to. That's what I think that are. That's what I think that is. I think the Cavs, the Mavericks, the Warriors, and the fourth team, the Clippers. Those are the teams that he would like to get traded to. But as we all know, LeBron has a no trade clause, so he's in control of that. I think the more likely scenario, as I said before, for all of those teams, the only way they really be interested in LeBron James is if he gets bought out. They can get him for a cheap. You know what I'm saying? Now that I can see, but trade at this stage, nah. I still don't buy it. Because, like I said, if he truly wanted to be traded, why did he opt in? Now, I'm not saying that he won't get traded, but this is just more posturing. This is these guys still trying to, you know what I'm saying, show that LeBron still has the upper hand. He still has interest. This is all about leverage, man. That's all this shit is. And I'm not buying it until I see a headline saying that LeBron demands a trade. He's waiving his no trade option. There's dialogue between the Lakers and such team. I'm going to operate under the assumption that he's still going to be a Laker when the season starts. Now, whether he's a Laker by trade deadline 2026, that's another thing. You know, let me say this too before I end this video, because I'm kind of noticing something, man. I don't know what it is about some people where, and I noticed from some people, like in the comment sections of videos, they like to do this shit. A lot of you dudes are jigs, and I'm talking about the way y'all mind operate. Like, y'all like to keep up War of the Roses, Hatfield and McCoy's, the nigga version, right? So what y'all do is, I could do a video giving my opinion on something, and somebody who might have an opposite opinion of this situation, and just have a difference of opinion, you'll help to create some animosity by having it appear to be as if I'm subliminally responding to somebody else. And then, you know, you egg on to me, making it seem like that I'm responding to other people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do a lot of that dumb shit, bro. A lot of you fucking monkeys running around here are the exact reason y'all culpable into what happened to that YouTuber that was struck down in Vegas. Y'all helped to create that shit. Y'all niggas need to be called out on that bullshit too. But you only do it with black YouTubers. Y'all don't run behind Skip and go to, you know, on his channel and regurgitate what other people say, but I can talk shit about Skip all day. Fuck him. Oh man, leave Skip alone, man. And man, Skip just got his opinion. Man, fuck you. Of course he just has his opinion. And I do too. Punk bitch.